Are you ready to unlock your hidden potential and boost your income? Whether you're looking to diversify your earnings, explore a passion, or level up your career, side hustles are the key to your future. It doesn't matter what age you are, here's your chance to break out of the life that you know. In this video, I'm going to share 5 side hustles tailored to your unique skill set. Hustles that not only put extra cash in your pocket, but also help you develop great skills, grow your network, and open doors to really exciting opportunities you may not know about. And who knows, if it's like my side hustle, it might turn into a multi-million-dollar business. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a roadmap to financial freedom, personal growth, and maybe even a brand new career. Let's go. The first thing we need to do is identify your unique skill set. You need to take an inventory of your skills, your talents, and your interests. That means you need to take a piece of paper out and make 3 columns on it and make a list of things. So look at the skills, the things you're actually really good at, the talents that you have, so the things that you do really well, even if they're not related to your skills necessarily, and lastly, your interests. And they can be hobbies, sports, all sorts of things that you're interested in. But make 3 columns that you can list all these things in, because this is where you're going to find your next side hustle. Once you've done that, you need to assess your existing knowledge, your experience, and your access to resources. So it's all very well to have a list of skills, talents, and interests, but you also need to have the knowledge to turn it into a business. You need some experience in that area, and you can grow your experience as you go along. It doesn't have to be there at the start, but you do need a little base level that puts you above everybody else that you're working with. You only need to be 1 step ahead. That's all it takes to start a business, quite frankly. And lastly, you need the resources to be able to carry it off. Now, you're going to start out with basic resources, but that will change over time, and you'll add more resources as you can afford them. And lastly, you need to provide a whole range of information about those things. So go through and pick out the ones that you think are the best, whether it's a skill, a talent, or an interest that you want to pursue. Look at how your knowledge, your experience, and your resources relate to that one, and narrow it down to a few that you can work with. So now that we've looked at identifying that skill set, let's look at some side hustle categories that you can choose from to employ all that information and knowledge and interest that you've got. Side hustle category number 1, creative pursuits. We all have a little bit of creativity in us. Some have more than others, some have less. It just depends. The truth is that there is a range of creative levels in every area. You've just got to look at it. Some people are really creative with maths, for example, and yet maths wouldn't necessarily be seen as a creative pursuit. Some normal sorts of things that we would hear when we're talking about creative pursuits, you might have freelance writing, graphic design, photography, and videography, things that were naturally thought of as creative. But remember, you can be creative in any field. But in this case, we're looking for creative pursuits. So let's narrow that down. There's a range of different successful people in all these fields. You only have to jump on Instagram and have a look around. You'll find brilliant graphic designers. You'll find amazing photographers and incredibly skilled and talented videographers of all ages. I've seen videographers who cut TikTok videos from 10 years to 60 years. It really makes no difference. Age is absolutely irrelevant when it comes to building a business. It just depends on how you apply yourself and being able to reach your audience. Once you have looked at these creative pursuits, if one of them lines up with what you're thinking of a skill or an interest, then have a look at the resources you've got and think about what platforms you can use to take that to the world. For example, if you're going to be a photographer, you might choose to be a photographer of animals. You might narrow that down even further to, say, sausage dogs or dachshunds. And you could create a YouTube channel about that and film it, or you could take the photography directly and do it on Instagram, because there's lots of people that love dogs, and people that have dachshunds particularly like that type of dog, and they're more inclined to follow you. So you can take all these things and you can pull them apart and put them back together into a side hustle. But again, look at your interests, look at your skills. But remember, a creative pursuit is all about being creative, and it gives you the opportunity to really express yourself in ways that you don't normally maybe within your day-to-day job. Side hustle category number 2, digital expertise. This is where you find things like social media management, virtual assistant services, website development, and online tutoring. There is so many things available to you when it comes to side hustles in this category. Digital expertise is massive and it just continues to grow as the digital world grows. Obviously, AI is changing it again. So every day there is people starting new digitally based businesses and taking their expertise in a particular piece of software or a particular tool or a particular implementation of a tool and turning that into a business. So for example, I ran an SEO company and I worked with doing search engine optimization, and my expertise is in digital marketing. I can help make businesses number one in the world for what it is they do or sell. That's my expertise. So I would probably fall into this category if I was going to start a side hustle outside of my job in that field. But seeing as my side hustle did turn into my business, I've already done that. Digital expertise has so many opportunities, and there is a growing demand for these opportunities in today's market. Every business needs someone who can do social media and outreach, and they can't afford it. So the best thing that they can do is bring someone in part-time or hire an outsourcer like yourself to do that for them. If you pick up 1 or 2 companies where you're doing their social media a month, that can easily put $5,000 to $10,000 in your pocket if you do it right. Now, you're not going to start at that level. You're going to start at a lower level and you're going to build up. But the going rates for doing, say, 15, 20 posts, videos and reels and things like that is around $5,000 to $7,000 a month. That could be a great opportunity for you. Who knows? You don't need to find hundreds of clients. 10 clients is more than enough for most businesses to keep moving forward and to have a really good income. And that's when it moves from being a side hustle to being the real deal, a business. Side hustle category number 3, service-based opportunities. People are time poor, so they're looking for people to help them live their lives. Things like house cleaning, pet sitting, personal shopping, errand running. Errand running for a start, that's your Uber drivers and people like that, where they go and pick up food or they pick up stuff from a shop for you. There is so many opportunities in this area. People need help to cope with their busy lives. They're busy doing stuff and they need other stuff done. And house cleaning is a huge one. I have seen so many people over the years develop massive businesses cleaning houses or cleaning offices, whatever it happens to be. The manual work in this day and age is the sort of thing that most people work really hard to get out of. Most people don't like manual work, let's face it. It's hot, it's hard, it's physical, and we would rather be sitting in front of a computer in air conditioning, enjoying ourselves. So anytime you look at anything that requires physical skills, there is an opportunity there. I see it every single day, whether it's having my lawn mowed, or maybe I could get someone in to clean the house, or whatever it is, those opportunities just continue to grow and grow. And again, as a side hustle, you don't need 50 clients. You only need a few clients on a regular basis, so you have that regular ongoing income. But as I always say to people, just remember, when you've got clients, they will drop off. So you need to have other clients coming in to take over. So you need to be carrying a couple more clients than you necessarily need to make the money you want, because you will lose clients out of the top and the bottom of your business. It happens all the time. And anyone that works in service, like I did with digital services, knows this. There's a huge potential here for building a really strong customer base and building really strong relationships. If people like what you do and you do a really good job, they'll keep you around for years and years. That's just the nature of finding someone who's good. Once you find a good electrician, you'll always use that electrician. Once you find a good plumber, you'll always use that plumber. When you find a good house cleaner, you're definitely going to keep using them or their company. So people, once they find something that works, they will not change and they will recommend you to all their friends. Side hustle category 4, e-commerce ventures. There is such a fantastic opportunity here for anybody to get involved in e-commerce. It really doesn't take much. You just need to set up a free shopping cart and then connect up with places like Amazon or a dozen other different marketplaces that will drop ship products for you. All you're doing is basically attracting people to the order and then sending them off to Amazon where they paid. Now, you can do it as simple as that, or you can actually have products that you sell yourself, and then the order is placed with a drop shipper, and the drop shipper sends it out. You can also sell software. You can sell anything you like through an affiliate program or through a cart. So e-commerce is such an easy area. The one thing that you've got to remember is that e-commerce is all about traffic. So if you've got 100 people coming in, you make one sale, you need 1,000 people to make 10 sales. And if you're only making $1 per sale profit each time, then you need to get a lot of visitors. So the whole trick is being able to create traffic to that website to convert them into sales. The key to that is to working in niches. In other words, narrowing down. Now, it may just be things like a camping store, or it may be a knife store, or it may be folding knives. You can start big and come down nice and small. It's up to you and depends on your interests, your likes, your knowledge, whatever you're doing. So think about how you can create an e-commerce store that fits with what you're interested in, because it's very hard to build any sort of business, side hustle or not, that requires you to work in areas that you're not interested in, because it's easy at the start, but over time it just gets more and more boring and you really don't want to do it. So if you're going to create a store, think about products that you love selling. So for example, as a firefighter, I've been a volunteer for many years. I could sell firefighting products, or I could sell meals for firefighters, or I could sell coffee like firefighter coffee. Not that I would do that. I can narrow it down and target my audience and pick a topic that I'm really interested in. And then it gives me a topic that I can build content around to display the products and how they're used and how they were used on the fireground, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you can see how that works for you. There is many different profitable niche markets available to you. In the end, you need to go to Google and start doing your research. See what other stores are available in your area. See what the top 10 ranking ones are. Find out what they're selling. Are they doing it good, or are they doing a really bad job? If they're doing a bad job, the opportunity is there to actually produce a great store, and then you can take over their business. Finally, we get to side hustle category number 5. In-demand skills. And there's a lot of skills that are completely in demand that people need, not necessarily full-time, but on an ongoing basis. So examples of this might be teaching, tutoring, coaching, and consulting. These areas, if you have expertise in any particular area, easy ways to make money. As we all know, we've seen tutors who work with school students and tutors who work with university students. Business people need tutors too when they go on to do qualifications. Also, there's coaching, working with a whole range of people, whether it be fitness, diet, lifestyle, business coaches. There's just an unending realm of business coaching style businesses that are available to you. So think about where you might be able to do some coaching. But on the other hand, there's always consulting. And consulting is that next level above coaching. And this is where you come in and you solve problems. People have problems. You have the expertise and you know how to fix it. So they pay you good money to come in and do that. And you don't have to be doing it full time. If it's a really difficult, expensive problem, you only have to do it occasionally and charge top dollar for it. The old story about the mechanic who came in and tweaked one bolt and charged $10,000, and the person said something along the lines of, "Why did that cost $10,000? All you did was adjust one bolt." He said, "Yeah, that makes up for the 10 years it took me to find out which bolt I needed to adjust." Boring story. We've all heard it, but it actually rings true when it comes to consulting. You're being paid to come in and take care of the problem. So you can take that in-demand skills and you can take the benefit of sharing your expertise and your passion with others. And people will pay for expertise in every area known. So think about what it is that you're interested in, and maybe this is an opportunity for you to work with people. There's a range of different resources you can use for finding clients, from obviously the local area, networking, LinkedIn, social media. It's never ending these days. But the trick is, do a good job for one person, get a referral, or get a testimonial if you can't get a referral, and use them on your website to show that you can do what you do. And that's key. You really need to show people, if they're going to bring you in based on your skills, then they need to be able to see proof that you can do what you say you can do. So now you've discovered 5 side hustle categories, and hopefully you've matched them with your skill set. It's time for you to take action. Remember, the best side hustle is the one that aligns with your skills, your passions, and your goals. It needs to work for you. Here's your next step. Pick one hustle that excites you the most. Research platforms or tools to help you get started. And most importantly, take the first step. You're not going to make a new side hustle if you never step out and actually put yourself forward. Don't be afraid. You can do this. You know you can do this. You just have to go out there and do it. And the more you put yourself forward, the better you'll get at doing it. If this video helped you, please don't keep it to yourself. Share it with your friends. Help them get ahead in life. Share and subscribe so that you get my next videos. And I look forward to helping you on your journey in business.